Gypsy girl in my heart, can't find my place, gonna need a new start. On my way, moving fast, gotta get going, gotta move my ass. Going downtown, looking around, don't wanna be last, looking at the past. I see your face, can read your mind, but I know we're gonna have one hell of a time. Come on, come on. La 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 crazy, can't find my way, but I still won't say. Pick the rhythm, girl, it's not my thing. I'm not gonna buy you a diamond ring. Broken heart, my head is hazy. It's not my fault that I'm so lazy. Gypsy girl in my head, someday they're gonna find me dead. Oh no, oh no, oh.
Yep, that's life though, you know.
Yeah, man.
Hey, welcome to the B3 podcast. I'm Nick Strauss, your host, and I'm here with Ricky Calud-Ellis of Soul Sound Company.
Hey, what's up, man?
Yeah, how you doing?
Dude, I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm doing great.
Yeah.
And how are you?
Oh,
I'm playing.
So
Yeah, welcome to the podcast. Today I was hoping we could talk a little bit about your project and what that means in the scene that you're in, as well as being a student and trying to deal with that kind of stuff.
Yeah, like you mean, are you talking about like the record, or are you talking about just like the band?
Oh yes, we've got quite a lot to talk about actually. It
Okay.
seems. So your band Soul Sound Company, can you tell me a little bit about it? It's a 6-piece, right?
No, it's a 5-piece.
5-piece, goddamn.
5-piece.
I tried.
No, it's okay. We all stand around and there's all 5 of us are there, and we're like, are we missing someone? You know?
It's a 5-piece, but y'all have like
It is a
3
5-piece.
guitarists, right?
Yeah, well, sometimes we have 3 guitarists. Sometimes I'm playing piano or Levi's playing piano. We kind of switch it up a little bit.
Cool,
here and
cool.
there.
What would you describe your sound as, though?
That's one of the trickier ones for us to answer a lot of times. I would say it's like jazz alternative rock kind of, you know.
Nice. And we're going to put some of that after the show, actually, as
Yeah.
well. So
Sweet.
you guys are going to get a taste of that. So Soul Sound Company is a student band at UNCA. And I wanted to know kind of the role that the school has had in the formation of your group, and like how the Ash Hole was involved in that, what the Ash Hole is, and if you could just tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, UNCA played a huge role in the development of this band, this project. You know, we all became friends at the Ashhole. You know, before we even decided to start the band. You know, for the people who don't know what the Ashhole is, it's just a smoking spot in the parking garage outside of the dorms.
Was it magical?
Oh, it was the most unique place in the world. Everybody who came there was able to, you know, just be themselves and just, you know, indulge in some cigarettes and talk to people, you know. There's like so many different kinds of people would come. You could sit there for 3 hours and, you know, talk to, you know, like 12 different people who just come and go. You know, it was a really interesting place. But that was, you know, that was like where it all started for us, was just hanging out, you know, and then it just happened to be that we all shared a passion for music, you know, in the same way. And when we discovered that we could actually play with each other and it sound, you know, like really solid, you know, we were really excited about it. And so we started pursuing that more, writing together, and we've been doing that for like, what, 2 years now.
Nice. So like before you guys met, had you done like solo projects all, you know, independently, and then, or had some of you worked together before?
Well, I know that when I was in high school, I was doing like my own like music thing, you know, and I'm pretty sure Aiden, you know, him being the other primary songwriter of you know, the band, he did a lot of his own recording when he was younger too. I don't think Levi did that much, and Ross definitely didn't. He was just like that dude who would just shred on the guitar like all day, you know.
God, what was y'all's first name?
The Unusual Suspects.
Yes. Yeah.
The freshest one, but it was already.
God, I remember the Ashhole so fondly. I remember like a lot of us freshman year, that was probably like one of the main hangouts where you were just guaranteed to have a good time.
Yeah, no matter who's there, you know. Like if you're bored, you got nothing to do, just like go down to the Ashhole and find, you know, see what's up.
So the Ashhole itself, would you say played a big role? You know, is that where you figured out you could play together, or?
Yeah. It all really started with I think I brought my acoustic guitar out there one day, and I was just jamming, like playing, and then Ross walks up, and we had never met each other, and then Ross is like one of the most enthusiastic people I've ever met. Like he just like sees someone playing, and he's like, "Oh, dude, like let me jump in. I want to play." Yeah. He went and got his guitar, and like we started playing together, and it was like magic, you know. We were just like making babies with our guitars, you know.
And it wasn't long in the first year we were here that y'all had like got together a group. Like what was it, like 2 months into the school? Like
it was close to like what all like really officially came together, I guess, like right at the start of Christmas break of first semester of college.
Yeah, so like one semester, and it was like destined to be nice.
Yeah, it's been working out pretty well.
Since you guys have been together, have you guys released any projects?
Actually that December, the way that we really got the band going is we all got together up at my house in Greensboro on Cary Drive, and we just locked ourselves in this room and just like went to town for a couple weeks, and you know, we just like wrote and recorded a bunch of songs and just turned it into a demo. We've been holding on to those, performing those, writing new stuff, you know. So right now we're trying to get, you know, an actual album together.
And for fans of y'all's band, you guys have some songs that are really well known. Can you name a few of those songs?
Oh, well, the Ashhole is obviously the
yeah.
I mean, that was the first song that we ever wrote.
Ashhole.
Yeah, I mean, we had to, you know, dedicate, you know, the greatness that we were, you know, basking in together to that. You know what I mean?
Nice.
Yeah.
Is that one recorded?
Yeah.
Nice. We'll put that one in actually after the show.
Yeah.
So you guys can hear and feel the magic. But yeah, back to like what it means to be a student band. I wanted to get your take on like what that means for your group as a group, you know, logistically.
Okay, well, logistically, I mean, it kind of sucks, you know. It definitely kind of sucks logistically, but also, you know, there's a part of me that really enjoys it. You know, we're young. We have a lot of potential, and you know, we're people who have a lot of friends, and you know, we get opportunities to play at house shows, house parties, different places, just to like have fun with like all our peers. You know what I mean?
What sucks about it? Can you go more into that?
Logistically, it sucks because you're in college and like, you're trying to chase this dream that you've got, but at the end of the day, you've got a test in the morning.
And so does everyone else. Yeah.
And so does everyone else. And you got fucking no money. Sorry, I can't say that on here.
You totally can.
Oh, I can? Oh, okay, cool.
It's okay.
Cool. Yeah, you got like no money. You know what I mean? He's like, you got to be working a job so you can eat, but you still want to do this.
So like, are you always strapped for time?
Well, here's the thing: is I definitely believe that everyone will always make time for what's most important to them, no matter what.
I think school flies in the face of that sometimes, but you could argue school is really important.
Right. But at the end of the day,
you're right. I agree. I agree with what
you still go to class because you know that it's important. It's important to you. That's why you make time for it. And maybe that's because other people tell you that. Maybe society tells you.
Yeah,
that
we've been socially coerced.
Yeah,
through
exactly.
But series of. All right.
Anyway.
What were we talking about again?
Strapped for time. Strapped for time.
So
I definitely feel like I get strapped for time, but that's because I procrastinate, on like a professional level.
But you guys manage to practice a lot, right?
Oh yeah, we do. Well, I mean, the past few months have been kind of tough with just like the semester starting and.
Oh, tell me about it. Yeah.
Everybody's got work, we had a couple shows, but nothing like too crazy. We want to get booking more.
You guys are pretty popular in the house show scene around here, especially for UNCA house shows. That's got to be pretty cool.
Yeah, it's fun. It's a lot of fun. It's like one of my favorite things to do, and even those are definitely like we see shows in kind of like two different lights, and it's like, is it a show to go and make money, or is it a show to, get ourselves out there and just like have a good time and really just like be entertaining, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and you know what? There are like fundamental differences between those types of shows, and I'd like to hear your take on those experiences. When you're playing a show for money, what's the difference between doing that and playing a show? I'm sorry for that. What's the difference between that and playing a show for fans?
Well, there's definitely a lot more pressure when you're on the clock. You know what I mean? I feel like when it's a house show, everybody's already drunk. You start playing at like 11:30, maybe midnight. Start your set like, and you play for a while, and everybody's having a great time, regardless of and that's not like an excuse to like sound terrible. You know what I mean? It's not an excuse to sound terrible, but.
But I mean, sometimes sounding terrible is fun. And sometimes
yeah. I mean,
it's a shit show.
Our house show sets definitely do not sound like the shows that we'll play like at a bar. Where we're not. We're like kind of like in the background a lot.
Have y'all played at many bars in Asheville?
Not a lot in Asheville. That's something that we're trying to move forward with. We've got Nicole working on stuff for us. And start booking some stuff for us pretty soon. She's got a lot of connections, so.
Nicole Black.
Yeah, Nicole Black. Yeah, she's never done this before. We've never done this before. It's just like we're like, hey, if you want to help us out, we'll give you 15% of every check that we get for a show that you book. That you get 15% of it.
Yeah, well, in my personal experience, working with her has been fantastic. She's fantastic at what she does, so I expect that is going to lead to quite a lot of good opportunities. On that front, though, yeah, like where are some of the places that this has taken you? I know that you guys have done a little bit of touring outside of the city.
Oh, yeah, dude. This summer we got to drive to all the way down to Southport. It was like, I don't know, an 8-hour drive, something like that.
Jesus Christ,
yeah,
dude.
it was
8 hours?
Yeah. And like the turnout for our show wasn't even like, I mean, it was like a bunch of like neighborhood, like family and like old people, and we're just like, yeah, we're going to play. I mean, our music isn't like, aggressive or anything. We're pretty much like the least aggressive music, So, I mean, it's like pretty appealing, but still we're just like, oh my gosh, we're just like, one person walked up to us after the show and gave us like $40 for beer money because they're like, damn, they're just out here playing for a bunch of old people.
Dude, you get loaded, boys.
Yeah. It was a fun show though. I mean, we really enjoyed it. The guy who hired us, he started a band named Rush, and then after he went out of the band, they sold the name to Rush.
Nice.
And that was like the dude that was like hiring us. It was so crazy.
Nice.
Yeah. That's just a little aside.
So you guys have a new album coming out, right?
Indeed.
And has it already been recorded, or is there another one on the horizon?
Well, we have that demo that we got pressed into CDs. I don't know if we're gonna consider this like an album or just
okay.
Like a demo.
Because I've seen that. I didn't know if that was the first album or if that was the demo. So that's the demo, right?
Yeah, I kind of prefer to think of it as a demo, but some other people in the band might be like, oh yeah, the album. I don't know.
Maybe calling it an EP. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Somewhere around there.
Well,
But
I mean, it's more than EP now because we got actual discs pressed, which is dope.
Fantastic, really.
Yeah.
I mean, great first step. So another thing, I wanted to know more about this new album, though. What's up with this new project?
It's just a lot of the songs that we've been writing together. A lot of these songs we wrote after like already being a band for about a year and a half, and so I think it's a more mature and advanced version of us.
Is there a change in tone at all?
Kind of. And there's also like a few like really old songs that like I wrote or Aiden wrote like a long time ago that kind of just get thrown in there, and then we just kind of make it sound like soul sound, in the end. But
righteous. And like how long are you guys shooting for? Like a longer project than before?
We have probably like 8 or 9 songs, but I think we're gonna really get into extending it out and doing some more experimental, like unique things that don't really follow a formula.
Nice. Can you give us any information on those techniques?
I mean, like you turn on the radio and you listen to any like popular song, and you've got like verse chorus bridge chorus, you know what I mean?
Right.
Or something along those lines, you know what I mean?
The formula for success.
Yeah.
Might say,
And really we're also pushing ourselves in our writing, like going after like things like mixed meter, just things that are like a little more complicated, that are hard for us to play, and we're writing it, I don't know. It's just a lot. We're really pushing ourselves, I feel.
Nice.
Like.
So some technical music theory definitely thrown in there. Probably stemming from y'all's like jazz influence, right?
Yeah, a little bit. And for I think a semester or two, we all took music theory together in the music department. Yeah, like we would all just like roll up together. Sometimes we'd all skip, but
and go to the ash hole probably.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, but. Honestly, it's pretty helpful, man, when we are able to apply what we're learning at school to like, what's actually really important to us.
Nice. Well, I look forward to hearing the new project. Do you know when it can be maybe thought to be done?
No.
No clue?
No, I don't know.
Is it going to be sometime this year, you think?
Well, we said we wanted to make it this year, and I could definitely foresee us getting a lot of it done by the next year, but I know that with how the quality that I want it to be, I feel like if we were really going to go after all of it and be satisfied, creatively and on the, logistical, like, production side, and the engineering of it and everything, it's like, gosh, I feel like if we go too fast, we might overlook a lot of things,
Definitely good to take your time, especially with something as important as like a first release. So I feel you on that. But as far as your live presence is going, you guys have actually just recently started a what was it, a GoFundMe?
Yeah, we started a GoFundMe
to get more equipment. Can you tell me a little bit about that?
Yeah, dude. So basically, once we started doing gigs for money, and getting a significant amount of it. The first few, we'd split it up, and then we'd all get, like $60, $80 each, something like that. And then like we'd spend it on food, like weed and beer, like, and then it's just gone, But
poof.
Yeah, just like that, and that's like, it's just not wise to do that. So we decided to, every dollar that the band makes, the band keeps, and nobody else touches it. And if we're ever going to spend that money, it's going to be for the band. And so, we at this point are playing at more venues, and we want to have a higher quality sound. Like I have this small for small venues, like a tiny PA that only puts out like so many watts, like not even powered speakers. It sounds, when we're playing full band, like I'm maxing out everything, and it's just trash. You know what I mean?
Sound quality is very important to Soul Sound Company.
Yeah, I mean, like we play a lot of shows like that, and I feel like every time I'm just jerry-rigging everything to just like, come out loud. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and the new PA that will offer like other capabilities as well, right?
With so much more control, and we can record our live sets.
That's super good.
Yeah, which is awesome, But man, like we played in Raleigh. We played in Raleigh, and they had their own PA there. It was like for this like downtown festival, and we're just like, they had such a good system set up, and we all had our own monitors, and all of Carter's drums were mic'd, and we were all the amps were mic'd too, and they had a subwoofer. Like, dude, it sounded so incredible. Like we were all able to just listen to each other and play, and like it's one of the best shows we ever played, just because we could actually hear each other. So that's like why we want to make the experience better for everyone else. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because like if we have something that sounds better, I mean, it's gonna make it better, obviously.
You've reached a point in the band's career where it's time to start really investing in the band.
Yeah. So getting around to the GoFundMe, we got to get a bigger, better PA. We also all like, some of us have cars that are kind of have space, but we can barely fit the shit that we have now in like 2 cars. It's so difficult to get all of our stuff there in one vehicle. So we want to get a bigger PA and a van.
Nice.
Yeah.
Everybody, go check out the GoFundMe for Soul Sound Company. We're going to try and put a link to that in the video description, as well as somewhere else.
Yeah, it's Soul Sound Co. Go Fresh the Band.
Soul Sound Co. Go Fresh the Band.
Yeah,
check it out. It'll definitely be worth it. You could probably check out some of their music there as well.
Yeah, there's a link. There's a link to that demo.
Ricky Calud-Ellis, thank you so much for coming on the podcast and talking about your experience.
Yeah,
no, it's been great, and good luck with everything, including the GoFundMe.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
Yeah,
thank you.
I guess that concludes this part of the segment of the podcast, but we're going to be following it up with some tunes, so check this out. It's been great having you. Thanks for listening, and remember to tune in next time.
You look out of life, but I know what you need. Baby, will you come with me? Let's throw away our time at the ash hole. Someone with something on their mind.